Alright, welcome back to Roguetech, and welcome back to the challenge Run MkII. So, we have 10 million C-bills. We have, how many days till the fighting starts? 17 days till the fighting starts. So we're gonna ally with one faction or the other in 17 days. But until then, we're gonna work on building stuff. And I think we're gonna start with all of the things that are already built. So, the longbow. We need better cooling. What? Okay, so I definitely did not patch because save break. Why is... Didn't it have an engine upgrade? It did. It had a double XL. But then, wait, what? It's fine? It's fine unless I go into the mech lab? I guess we're not changing the longbow. Okay. The Stormcrow we have not changed at all in a very long time. And I don't feel like it needs to change, really. Like, we could replace the Vibro Sword with something that doesn't generate heat, but we would lose accuracy. So I think do we not have night vision on this? We do not have night vision on this, do we? Yeah, we don't have night vision. Huh. I wonder if that's part of the reason why it notoriously missed very important attacks. If the lack of night vision actually resulted in... Huh. You know, it's fine. We've gone this long with it not changing. The Ostruck, I also think I'm completely fine with. It's electronic warfare, it's melee. I mean, if we had a 7-ton hatchet, actually, we could give it an 8-ton sword and a... Oh, no. 2 hands. Yeah. So, no, it would have to be... It would have to be a... No, 7 tons would be too much. Yeah. So, no, this is the best we can do with it. Although we do have a pair of lower melee weapons that we could use for... Black Knight, right? Never mind. Black Knight has them already. Okay. Alright. I still don't know if Claws actually gives bonus damage to melee attacks. Melee weapon attacks. I know, I'm fairly certain the -1 accuracy is for melee attacks, but not for punches. I mean, we could go up to a 10-ton. No, we don't have a 10-ton combat shield. And then likewise, we also don't have a 10-ton Vibro Sword. Okay. Because we could do either. Or both. It would actually be really nice if we had 10-ton combat shield and 10-ton fiber sword. Increase the damage reduction, increase the damage, yeah. But we don't, so that's fine. That's why I started with the longbow and the melee. In the Care Bear, I think I am going to drop the ultralight and the pirate engine and give it Dreadnought Gyro. I think I am. I'm going to give it a Clan XL. Ooh, slots, actually. Ooh, slots. Okay. So we would also have to drop another thing. Well, we can't fire the SRM-4 that's on the arm into melee. So let's drop the SRMs. Let's get back to a base level. Dreadnought Gyro, so that we get... It's already 7.5 million. Oh. I mean, we could just do this for now. Just drop in the Dreadnought Gyro and run in a normal engine. And then go with a pair of machine guns with... where's my machine gun ammo? Machine gun ammo. High explosive is double crit chance. And the machine guns themselves, we can go with machine gun pluses for increased crit chance. So that would let us fire times 12 with insanely high crit chance after we do all the other stuff. But that is 100.7. Yeah. So, what about light engine, actually? Light engine would actually also let me run the SRM-6 Valiant with Deadfire tandem. And that would be all of our weapon hard points that are not on our arms. So then what would we do? I mean... could actually drop the Ferro Lamellar. So, the Ferro Lamellar decreases our armor points by 12%, increases our structure by 20%, and reduces our damage taken by 20%. But we could use this ballistic reinforced to get 50% resistance to ballistic and missile attacks. Never mind, too heavy. We would have to go with a Clan XL then. And if we did that, and then also added in Blue Shield Particle Field Dampener, so we'd have 30% resistance to energy, 50% resistance to ballistic, and we'd be able to put the Ferro Lamellar somewhere else. And then cooling. Yeah, cooling. Looks like we'd be fine. Because without the pirate engine, we wouldn't need that much cooling. But again, that's like all of our money. So, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm not happy with the Care Bear as it is with the ultralight, but it's droppable. And it might be okay. Peeper, I'm fine with, although we did, take the Mechwarrior that has mastery with it and throw it on the Dreadnought. But it's still a solid, just like throw anyone into it kind of mech. Grim Reaper, yeah, still completely happy with everything here. Completely happy. I mean, do we have any more interesting battle computers? We already have ballistic. Clustering doesn't matter. Criticals wouldn't be too helpful. Extreme range, long range. Yeah, no, I'd rather have the ballistic and energy. To just have the +1 at all ranges. Piloting is kind of whatever. Tracking we already have. Yeah, no. Grim Reaper's fine the way it is. And then Daka Daka Baby, also completely fine the way it is. King Crabs. King Crabs. Let's look at the Dragon Slayer real quick. Even though this is probably going to be the first mech I replace. Probably. Out of the ones that are left. Which means I really don't want to put any time and effort and money into upgrading it. Okay. So be it. The Orion Super Chat has been completely reliable for a very long time. Yeah. Yeah, no, just... That's fine. Although, actually, hold on. How many Artemis battle computers do I have? Because... 1. Because getting this heavy MRM another evasion ignore and letting it use especially... Yeah, I think that's worth it. I think that is worth it. So, +1 accuracy for the Kaliyama versus essentially +1 accuracy and +2 evasion ignore. It's worth it. I do want to keep the range here. Just because, yeah, it really does help with the limited range of this mech. So, Battle Computer Artemis. Ammo, MRM. Drop the standard bin in favor of Apollo. Alright, so now everything has 1 more evasion ignore on the heavy MRM. And then the Apollo has 2 evasion ignore, +1 accuracy, and massive cluster. -2 damage dealt, though. Ah. Never mind. I did not realize the heavy MRM Apollo dropped 2 damage, so it goes from 8 to 6. Alright, so Super Chad's going to stay the way it is. I am super happy with MkII. I am completely and totally happy with MkII. Very, very solid build. Which then brings us to the mechs that haven't been finished yet. So the Marauder 2, I'm going to make Zoom Zoom. The Zeus, I'm going to make Zoom Zoom. The King Crabs are going to be slow and sturdy. Starting with, I think, the Behemoth, who already has a Dreadnought Gyro in him. The Zeus has the cased reactive plating. I'm actually going to start with the Zeus. Drop this laser. So yeah. How do? First things first. Let's go for Zoom Zoom and Tanky Tank. And zoom zoom. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna replace that gyro with the dreadnought. So we have even more. Or do we replace it with the defensive gyro, actually? It doesn't have hands, so if we want bulwark, we have to go with the dreadnought gyro. So, okay. Yeah, so definitely dreadnought gyro there. Definitely. And I don't have any more clan Indo, so I guess I'll stick with composite for now. And then once I have clan Indo, I can throw that in. So with the blue shield active, we're going to have, because of the 10% here, damage reduction. We'll have 40% resistance to ballistic and missile, and 30% to energy. And then an extra minus 5%, plus 40% for bulwark if we have it. That's already pretty good. Is there anything else we can give it to also make it more resistant? Okay, hard drill can't be used with case. Or with case reactive plating. Noted. Alright. So we can't use a weapon or combat shield because no hands. So let's go ahead and drop in not sure. Not sure. Okay, we'll wait on the specialist slots stuff. Actually, hold on. Is this a place where we use stealth X? No, because it needs a slot in center. Never mind. Okay. We already have all that stuff. I mean, then again, the Zeus fire control system is kind of just a worse flak fire control system. Because one evasion ignore works out to +2 accuracy. Or I could go with a fire control advanced target computer and battle computers. But this thing isn't really, it's primarily just soak damage. That's its primary purpose. So, to that end, we have all the go fast stuff we need, we have all the damage reduction stuff we need. I would absolutely love more upper hardened. Upper hardened would be amazing, but we, already have a lot of them in use, and this thing already has enough damage reduction without it. What are we going to do for electronic warfare? We cannot... excuse me. So we cannot, Jeez, let me take a sip. Much better. So we cannot use an AR-12 or an AR-14 without giving up the prototype command computer, which gives everyone +1 initiative, so that's definitely better. But we could definitely use a Nova CEWS. It's lightweight. Lightweight, pretty good. Alternatively, we could also use a Warfare Suite Mark II, which also gives us a really solid C3 in addition to the electronic warfare stuff, and the EWS is actually a 5 instead of a 3? 3. So I think we're actually going to dedicate the 5 tons 5 slots to the Warfare Suite Mark II. Are we? This is all the tonnage we're going to have to work with, all of it. 5 tons is a lot to dedicate in an 80-ton mech. So no, I guess we do go with the Nova CWS. That's a way to make it tankier. That is absolutely a way to make it tankier. And then, we are very low on AMS ammo, actually. Hold on. That's... Wow. Alright. So actually, hold on. We have this ballistic reinforced. Ah, okay. The case reactive does not increase the tonnage of the armor at all. Noted. Also, if we just max out the armor. Alright. Now then. We have 2 missile hardpoints, 2 ballistic hardpoints, 3 energy, and 1 support that is accessible. Okay. I do like the idea of giving this thing an advanced AMS, but first let's look at the other weapons. So, LB5 is 6 tons. Ultra 5 is 9. Clan Ultra 10. Actually, wait, this thing's gonna be fast. Like, really fast. So, oops, didn't mean to bump the mic there. Yeah, so the movement's 5'7", which means with the supercharger or mask, it's 5'10", with the other one, it's 5'12", 5'13"-ish. That's pretty quick. That is pretty quick. So do I drop a bunch of tonnage on a really big, beefy ultra autocannon? That's yeah, that's a lot of tonnage. That is a lot of tonnage. Those 2 Rack 5 clans need to go into Daka Daka Baby. You know what? Before I decide loadout, I definitely want to do this. Dreadnought Gyro, the mask, the blue shield, all of that is so good for this mech. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna take 3 days. It's fine. And let's go to Daka Daka Baby. We're going to drop the 2 Rack 5s, and we're going to give it 2, where are they? Clan Rack 5s. Ah! Clan Rack 5s take extra slots. 2 extra slots each. Oh boy. Welly, well then. So how do we free up a slot? Also, they're the same tonnage. So we save no tons, but we pay 2 slots to get the extended range, 240 extra meters, which is very important on a very slow moving mech. How do? I mean, I could drop the electronic warfare a little bit and put an AR-24 instead of an AR-12. That will save 1 ton. I mean, not 1 ton, 1 slot. I actually think that is the play. Yeah, I think that's the play. So that gives us 1 extra slot, which is exactly what we need to be able to run the other Rack 5 clan. What? Wait, what? Okay. I thought that was what we need to run the other Rack 5 clan, but no. That's what we need to just be able to run one of them. Ooh. Okay. I mean, we could replace the Ultra 5s with something that's only one slot. Like, machine guns. Yeah, that's... We could replace the Indo with composite. And if we replace the Indo with composite, we can get the Rack 5 clan in there, no problem. And keep the air tool. You know what? Sure. I'm not a fan, but at the same time, this increasing the range of Daka Daka Baby by 240 meters, pretty good. It can now engage at 840 meters. I do have 4 slots open, but yeah. And the armor piercing ammo is there primarily for through armor crits. Is there any other Rack 5 ammo that I would rather bring? Rack 5 slug for the knockdown. We already do so much stability damage with just the standard or precision ammo. I would absolutely love more precision ammo. It's so good, especially the increasing range. Increasing the range by wait, what? I thought the precision Rack 5 ammo increased range. Apparently it's just evasion and recoil reduction. I see. Okay. I mean, actually, we could replace the armor piercing with another bin of Rack 5 incendiary. Just make it be able to overheat people longer. Because it is very good at overheating people once it has a decent hit chance. And again, the armor piercing is very much situational, just for the extra crits. Sure, let's do that. Alright.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
And that actually frees up Clan Indo to put on something else. Like the Zeus. Okay. So this crab has risk cockpit, risk fire control, AMS. Alright. No engine upgrade, etc., etc. Alright. This crab already has a dreadnought gyro. Has a bunch of junk in its cockpit. And has a double XL already installed. Along with a jump booster. But it also has hands, so... Okay. But since it has the dreadnought gyro, we don't need a shield. I mean, yeah, the shield would give it some damage reduction. But the main reason you bring a shield is for the bulwark, which it already gets from the dreadnought gyro. Huh. I mean, I feel like this is a pretty good candidate for the ballistic reinforced. Like, yeah, extra armor weight, but half damage from ballistic and missile attacks. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. So energy would still do full damage. And that would allow us to bring in Clan Indo. Yeah, we already have the Dreadnought. It's actually better than a standard Dreadnought gyro, so that's pretty cool. We definitely don't want to go composite with the double XL engine, because every single point of structure is valuable to keep a side torso from exploding. I mean, what do I do here? So, the double XL engine takes up so many slots. So many slots that I'm not going to be able to put very large missile or energy weapons in the side torsos. Alright. I know I'm bouncing around trying to figure out what I'm doing, but once I get an idea. Okay. I mean, we can make a stealth marauder too, actually. Make it go zoom zoom. Or just make it go zoom zoom and walk slowly. Just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity. Can I fit Clan Gauss rifle? Alright, and then Clan ERPPC with capacitors. Clan ERPPCs. I mean, I have the slots for it. But we don't have lowers at all. We don't have lowers at all, which means there's actually no benefit to putting weapons on the arms. So it's actually very unfortunate that like all the weapon hard points are on the arms. Huh. Because I was thinking the double ERPVC capacitor clan would actually be a decent use for a weapon mount heat. Because just without the capacitor running, they're 112 heat. Which means the weapon mount heat would actually be saving 3% of that, which would be around 4-ish. So the same as a proto. As far as the cooling, not the reduction, just the cooling would be about the same as a proto. And then when the capacitor's on, then it generates even more heat, which will make the weapon mount heat even better. But it doesn't have lowers, so that's irrelevant. Which actually means the PVC capacitor will be better used on a different mech. A different mech, like maybe this one. That's interesting. So again, 75 base damage. If we kick it on, it'll actually do, I believe, 100. I believe that's how that works. And that's a heck of a good use for those 2 energy hard points. Only 3 slots. Only 3 slots. And then we can add... I kind of wish I had 2 A-Team 12s. Never mind, they're too big. ATM 6s are just right. But then where do I put the ammo? Actually, just period. If I use any weapons in the side torsos, where do I put the ammo? Like, the ammo would literally have to go on the arms or the legs if I use 3 slots for anything. Tricky. Tricky. And 270 core doesn't really make the double XL worth it. So we definitely want to go at least to a 300 core. .300 core would be 3.4. 320 would be 3.5. And if we go 330, we can actually put 3 engine heat sinks in. Speaking of, actually, we do not have emergency coolant +3. Right, we can't use emergency coolant system or engine heat sinks with the radical proto double heatsink kit. So yeah, let's just go back to 320 then. Okay. Do we just go with clan Gauss rifles? I mean, we have no armor or structure upgrade right now. Silver Bullet has no fall off. Silver Bullet has no fall off. That's noteworthy. We don't have any more hyper ammo, I don't think. Yeah, we have no more hyper ammo. Hold on, what's the range on the ATMs? 600 meters? And then ER would bump that up to ER plus 90%. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. ATMs are good. IATMs are 2 slots for the IATM 3. ATM 6 is 3 slots. ATM 12 is way too big. Okay. So the ATM 3 and the IATM 3 looks like are both 1.5 tons, 2 slots. Ah, both missile hardpoints are on the left torso. Okay. So maybe this is where I put Advanced AMS and AMS Mark II. And then a bunch of AMS ammo. And then the clan Gauss rifle ammo. Or not clan Gauss, the Gauss ammo. Ammo Gauss double. Which is 20 shots. And then yeah, I would love more AMS ammo. And again, this is with no armor or structure upgrade. So be able to move a little bit farther. Seven slots would save us 50% of our structure weight, which comes out to 5 tons. That's a thing. Minus 15% damage taken, and immune to 3 armor crits and damage. That's something. Take 0 slots. Pretty good. That's good. I like it. And that does give us the slots we need to maybe do that. Yep. Okay. Our heat is still garbage. But if we're using protos, that's very few slots. We still need the AMS ammo, actually. Oof. We still need the ammo for the AMSs. Which means we need the slots more than we need the tonnage, I think. And then something like that. And that leaves 3 tons. No, 4 tons. 4 tons for AMS ammo. But again, I really like the idea of the AMS Mark II plus advanced AMS. Maybe we do, actually. Maybe we do go with Indocomposite. Because all we need at this point is 1 more proto. One more proto. And that should bring us to 88, 84. Yep. And we can drop these. Worry about that later. Oh, we could go Exchanger, actually. We also, I'm aware, do not have any electronic warfare. I'm probably going to... I can't go with an AR-12, actually. Not enough head slots. So yeah, what are we going to do for electronic warfare? Warfare Suite Mark II takes too many slots. AR-12? No, AR-24, maybe? Nova CAWS would be pretty good. Nova CEWS would be pretty good. Something like that. Well, okay, that's good on armor. So that leaves us with 4 tons and 3 slots. So Nova CEWS for 1.5 tons, and then ammo for the AMSs. Yeah, this is absolutely a thing. I think I do drop the AMS Mark II. That's all. Yeah, that's all the AMS ammo I have. That and caseless. I don't have the ammo to also run the Mark II. At all. I'm probably going to run out of advanced AMS ammo very quickly anyway. Alright, so I got 3 tons left. 3 tons, 2 slots. 3 tons, 2 slots. I also have hands. I also have hands. Huh. I mean... weapon falls off to 33%. Okay. This is a 20-ton handheld. Which means I would need TSM of some kind to be able to run it. Five reserve slots. 5 fixed slots. Yeah. Alright. So that means instead we can go Clan Exchanger and Advanced Optics 3. Yeah, Advanced Optics 3. Which then means our heat is 75-103. I don't know how much more heat. Actually, I can just look. I can just look. Although the wiki is likely updated past the save break. I'm hoping they didn't change it too much. Roguetech wiki, ERPPC cap. ERPPC capacitor clan. Yeah, okay. So, with the capacitor on, yeah, it's 100 damage. It's 81 heat. So, that's an extra 25. Yeah. So it generates, each one's going to generate an extra 25 heat when it's active. So an extra 50 heat total. Minus whatever percentage from all the stuff. So I actually think we need all this cooling to be able to reliably fire off the ERPPCs with capacitor. I think this is literally like the just enough amount of cooling. Cool. Alright. So we've got 3 tons, 2 slots. Alternatively, we could go with composite, which gives us even more tonnage, and it gives us extra slots, which we kind of need. So, I mean, running an XXL with composite is dangerous to say the least, but it's fine. Everything's fine. So yeah, I think we go targeting computers. But what? Mark II? Sure. Tracking? Sure. So medium range would be 450, 420. It's not bad. Piloting would let us keep the capacitor running longer. Although actually the piloting should go on one of our zoom mechs. And yeah, we can go long range, medium range. Heat, definitely. Which actually I think means we can drop. Yeah, I think that's fine. Extreme range, energy, okay, so we have heat tracking, medium, long, and extreme range, which I don't think this mech's ever going to get into short range. Energy, ballistic. And then we can either give ourselves another half ton of armor, or we can reduce our armor by half a ton and then put in one more battle computer. Which would likely be criticals. Not super interesting. So yeah, let's just give ourselves an extra half ton of armor and have a good time doing it. There we go. That's a build. Super long range. Right? Super long range. We have 15% damage reduction from the Spall Liner, another 15% from the Dreadnought Gyro. I hope our cooling is good enough to fire off the capacitor PPCs every round. At least every round it's available. Do we have anything? Wait. Is there no fail chance? Huh. It looks like there's no fail chance. Interesting. Gunnery will help us not jam the advanced AMS as often, as well as giving us base accuracy, but I think tactics would be more interesting. Because this is going to be a pinpoint monster. So getting tactics A and B would actually be more interesting. Speaking of, actually, enhanced imaging. So we can shoot and move. We get the gunnery piloting night vision. And we're definitely going to want to put in an assassin, and we might as well put in an assassin that has pain shun. Yeah. Alright. And we do not have tactics A and B. So I'd really rather save the gunnery A and B for a mech that has a jam chance. Alright. So life support A. Hardened. Sure. Make it a little bit harder to breach our cockpit. Alright. +1 armor and structure. Okay. Alright, that's fine. It puts the +1 armor and structure puts it over the threshold of 70. So normally it's 61. That's normal. Composite. Oh, actually no. Composite drops it to 53. So that brings it up to 55. And that brings it up to 61. Is there a better sense? We didn't put electronic warfare in. We still did not put in any electronic warfare. Cool. Well then, I mean, I definitely want the enhanced imaging. It's one slot. No tonnage. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. Because, yeah, I definitely don't have enough tonnage for, like, much beyond that. It's got the same electronic warfare shielding, or ECM shielding, as a Clan Guardian ECM. But it takes one slot and 0 tons. I mean, alternatively, I could drop the AMS and give it a warfare suite. I mean, we're never going to be in range to sensor lock. Ever. So this would be one higher ECM shield. No, actually. Yeah, that only gives... Okay. Alright. I like the battle computers because it makes it super snipey, and with 100 damage pinpoint, if we can get a headshot when something's on the ground, that's... yeah, that's strong. If nothing else, 100 damage pinpoint, and then another 80 damage pinpoint from the Gauss rifles, that's 360 damage, and if we hit, like, side torso, that should take a side torso off. You know what? If I had a double bin of AMS ammo, I would say, yeah, sure, let's do that. But I don't. I don't have 5 slots together anywhere, so I can't use the Warfare Suite Mark II. But I can use the Warfare Suite. I can use the Warfare Suite. And then I've got 2 slots, 2 tons. It's counters ECM stealth by 2, total protection for the carrier of 4. Actually, Angel would be stronger. And I'm gonna have the tonnage and slots left. So let's go ahead and toss this one here. Okay. And then for probe, we can actually go with that's 2 slots. Counters ECM stealth by 2. Pretty good. Also bonus 15% sight and sensors. I think that's the highest bonus to sight and sensors. But I also could give myself a sniper sensor. And then just spend tonnage on a probe. Actually, hold on. Computer optics. It's out to 810. It's out to 810. Compared to out to 1080. But I already have night vision from Clan Enhanced Imaging. But no, it's not a stealth mech. Otherwise, IFF Shammer would be pretty darn good. But yeah, no, it's not a stealth mech. So let's just go back to the Electronic Warfare tab. I mean, sniper sensors, 10% sensors, 15% sight. And then on top of that, I can bring a probe. I mean, 15% sensors, 10% sight is pretty good. But it's 3 slots. Oof. I was going to say 20% sensors, 25% sight is very nice on a sniper mech. And counters ECM stealth by 3. Yeah, I really want that. But how? But how? How do? Yeah, something like that. I mean, if we lose side torso, we lose the mech. If we lose center torso, we lose the mech. So, yeah. But yeah, no, Bloodhound probe. So that is between the sniper sensor and the Bloodhound probe, we have insane sight and sensor range. But we now have 1 ton and 0 slots. So, I mean, I guess we armor up. That's basically that's what I got. Because like the Klangos rifle is just 80 damage at 900 meters. That's so good. For the tonnage, for the slots, yeah, that's just, it's so good. All right. So yeah, that's what I could okay. I don't have a weapon mount accuracy, I only have weapon mount recoil. So, the +1 arm accuracy with arm mounted weapons that it says here is literally the same as this +1 arm mounted weapons, and it replaces it. Okay? So you don't actually gain any more accuracy, it's just showing that you don't lose the accuracy. Like if you drop in a weapon mount melee, it does not say +1 accuracy, so you lose the 1 accuracy from the lower arm. But we don't need -1 recoil at all. So this is all useless. But if I had upper hardened, I would be very happy to put in upper hardened. Yeah. No, that's about it. Our heat should be fine. Should be. I mean, with all the protos, with the clan exchanger, with the battle computer heat, I don't see the extra 50 heat from the ERPPCs being any more than 25, really. And honestly, we'll drop heat when we turn them off, when we turn the capacitors off, so it's fine. Our heat's good. Our heat is good. I'm kind of tempted to just leave the half ton until we have a upper hardened. Fun fact, the cooling jackets are actually, as far as I know from the last time I used them, do actually apply to the entire mech, not just to the arm it's on. But honestly, like I said, we already have it. We have plenty of protos, we have plenty of things. Although honestly, if we lose an arm, we're going to lose so much cooling. So I think the better play is to put battle computers on the arms and try to keep as much cooling in the legs as possible. Something like that, I think. The best part is this is only costing us 1.5 million. Pretty nice. Quite happy. Quite happy with that. Yeah, this thing's gonna be a pinpoint monster. Love it. I love my scalpels. Yeah, upper hardened I think is 10% of 1/10, so it would be 1 ton. Yeah, let's do this, and then we'll see if we can get another upper hardened by the time it's finished. If not, I think I will absolutely pull an upper hardened off of something else. Not sure what. But yeah, definitely definitely willing to put the behemoth together with an upper hardened from somewhere else. Okay. King Crab risk. Yeah, we do have the problem of the radical heatsink kit double and the emergency coolant system. So if I want to put extra cooling, I'd have to either replace the emergency coolant system or just use the emergency coolant +2. But you know what? This is droppable right now. We're not going to really have the money to drop an engine upgrade into 2 different mechs. So what does the Marauder 2 look like? I don't need another pinpoint monster. I think I'll come back to this one. I definitely want to build it. I just because like the engine upgrade. If I go with the Clan XXL, that's 12 million. If I go with the Clan XL, it's 8.6 million. I don't want to just make it droppable and then later come back and do the engine upgrade. We're close to having the money we need. Meanwhile, this King Crab. This King Crab is droppable, as is. And yeah, just the double heat sinks is the problem here. I mean, we could do engine cooling +2, that's 6 slots. Yeah, we need to use a cooler series of weapons. So just for funsies. Just for fun. We have some DACA that we just pulled off of Grandpa's ride. We have an ATM-12. And then we have Clan ER Larges. Let's just see. Oh wait. Let's just see. Let's just see. If we were to do something like this, obviously the case would need to go to the other side because we would absolutely need to drop in a Clan XXL to make this work. We would also still need ammo for the ATM as well as the Rack 5s. So the ATM firing 12 per round. That means this is 5 shots, this is 5 shots, and this is 5 shots. Alright. So ATM high explosive. ATM standard. Yeah, sure, it's fine. And ATM ER. Honestly, we would definitely want case 2 here. Because side torso. If we lose our side torso, we lose the mech. So we would definitely want the clan case 2. And that would just leave the ammo for the Rack 5s. Which each bin of Rack 5 is... Oh, all we have is armor piercing slug. You know what? Slug would actually be much more useful here. Much more useful than on Grandpa's Ride, because we only have the 2 Rack 5s. So we don't automatically destabilize instantly. And then... So, Rack 5 Slug, that's 30 shots. So that's, when we're firing times 6, that's 2.5 alpha strikes. The armor piercing is only 15 shots each. Honestly, yeah, not gonna touch that. Rack 5 double. Rack 5 double is 75 shots, so for firing times 6, that would be times 12 total. 12, 24, 36, and then double 36 is 72. So this is basically 6 alpha strikes. This is 2.5, so that's 8.5. So I would definitely need at least one more bin. Something like that. Which means we're 4 tons over. So we can do that. And our heat efficiency is absolute garbo. So we would need to fix that. And that's without, you know, considering multiple activations from the AMSs. So we absolutely, to do this, we would absolutely need the tonnage of the Clan XXL. I mean, I would, I think, be willing to drop to an ATM 9, but I do not think I'm willing to drop to an ATM 6. So ATM 9 would drop I think one slot. That's 3 slots. That's 5 slots. Yeah, I think ATM 9 would be 4 slots, which means we could slide one more bit of ammo over. But yeah, the Radical Double Heatsink Kit, we do not have the slots at all. We do not have the cooling at all. So while the lasers are a fun idea, they're just too hot. Okay, so what lasers could we realistically use? Max range 600, max range 600. So we're trying to get into the 600 range. Trying to get into the 600 range. Okay, without adding any energy weapons, we are at it's an extra 18 if we go times 6 on the racks, minus the exchanger, blah blah. So probably 16, which puts us at 56 to 81. 56 to 81. So that's 25. So we have basically 25 heat before we need to start adding heat sinks. And then we also have like nothing special going on in the cockpit. Well, let's go ahead and knock that out real quick. We definitely want gunnery A and B. We have no way of getting bulwark. I mean, if we're just adding a single energy weapon, we can add it to the arm. And it's looking like we probably will be adding a single energy weapon. So all of our ammo will be cased. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Actually, go ahead and do that, and do that, and do that. Something like that. Okay. Gunner A and B. Check. The risk cockpit is okay. I mean, it does give the 5 armor and structure. Modifier of 2 to tactics, 1 to guts, which actually would make this thing pretty good as a pinpoint monster now that I'm thinking about it. That extra +1 offense push accuracy is nice. Fire control risk is just +1 evasion. So, that's definitely a thing I want to do. Fire control Mark II. And then Battle Computer Artemis would actually be very interesting, giving the ATMs additional evasion ignore. Battle Computer Tracking would obviously be very interesting. But I don't have a whole lot of slots. I don't have a whole lot of slots at all. I also still have no electronic warfare. Oof. Okay. Battle computer heat. Stop. Stop. Stop spinning. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's gonna give me a headache. Okay, whatever. Hey, there we go. Thank you. Battle computer criticals is actually really useful here. Battle computer clustering as well. And if I then go with a large pulse, I mean, that's too much heat, honestly. Oh, it's the same damage. It's just more heat and slightly more stability damage. Alright, so that puts us at 99 tons. Our Rack 5s do up to 180 each. Large Pulse does another 51. ATM 12 does a lot if we get closer. As we get closer, it does more and more, but it starts at 48 with the ER ammo, and then gets up to 96 plus half of 96, like 140 something like that. This is a pretty good damage, you know. whatever. I can drop the gyro defense and instead use a gyro artillery. -1 recoil is interesting. So these things are going to have a total of 6 recoil, or not 6, 3 recoil at 6 shots. And that's it. Just those two are going to have 3 recoil. So if we have a military with focus fire, but no, we would absolutely, with this much splash, we would definitely want bandit instead of focus fire. So with military, we have 1 recoil reduction. Artillery gyro would give us 2. So that would be 2 recoil reduction. And then is there a way to get 3? Other than focus fire? I mean, controlled burst. I think the artillery gyro is definitely better for it than the defensive gyro. Just the +1 evade or +1 defense. Not super worth, I don't think. Yeah. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. And then again, we have 1 ton, but what do? Also, this is 10 million civils. Oh boy. I totally got distracted. I wasn't planning on going all in and building yet. It's fine. It's fine. I've already got this build set up. I kind of want to just commit to it. Although cockpit, is there something I want more than 2 tactics, 1 guts, and 5 armor structure? Don't have the slots for the enhanced imaging. I mean, rangefinder might be helpful. I mean, rangefinder will give us +1 gunnery, which will help us unjam and prevent jamming on all the things that jam. So that's pretty good. Yeah. I think that's the play. And I'm using the rangefinder plus because it's not a super long range mech. So once again, we still have a ton left. Our cooling should be fine. And we have the radical and the emergency coolant system to kick in if we start overheating. So how much tonnage would a slightly larger core cost? We're running a 325. And we are going 3.5. 330 would be 12.16. 350 would be 101. And we would still be 3.5 anyway, so now I'm just gonna put the 325 core back in. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go bandit and controlled burst. I think that's actually, yeah, because controlled burst will help with the jam chance as well. Although if I could free up a slot, I could, instead of the battle computer, or I could use a battle computer recoil instead of the gyro artillery. But what do I replace? Actually, instead of just the defensive gyro, we can put the defensive gyro plus. We're never going to get close to the max evasion, so the double plus is not needed here. Okay. I think we're actually going to put our commander on this mech. Because the lucky is going to help with the clustering, the lucky is going to help with the jam chance. I think he's got military as well. Pretty good. Would be pretty good. So yeah. That's 5 alpha strikes, and then another 6 alpha strikes. So that's 11 alpha strikes with the racks. So we need all of that. We definitely want all of the range brackets covered, and that's 15 shots with the ATM. So I think we drop a bin of AMS ammo. I think that's what we do. So we can put the Valkyrie recoil in. I know. The ER AMS ammo on the arm, if it crits, it'll blow up. But we have built-in case because of the Pharaoh. The Clan Pharaoh. So if the ammo explodes on this arm, we lose a Rack 5, a large pulse laser, and 2 bins of ammo we can easily replace. And honestly, even if we lose the ER ATM ammo, okay. It's fine. Like, even if we can't replace it, it's fine. But yeah, we have 4 spare racks, we have 2 spare pulse lasers, yeah, everything's fine. And then that brings us back to we still have 1 additional ton. I mean... Here's a thought, actually. Oh, do we not have any more? Or is it under gyros? Okay, I guess we don't have any more of the cockpit interfaces. So I just realized that would actually be pretty good. It would free up a slot or 2. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna, for now, do that. And then I'll figure out the last ton at a future occasion. Alright. Now, yes, I know. Let me see. Oh wow, it's already been an hour and a half. Okay. Oh boy. I would rather not scrap everything, but yeah, I will cut to having reached 0 C-bills. Be right back. Alright, so I have gotten out of bankruptcy. Without actually scrapping any of the mech parts, I just went through and sold a lot of random stuff. Some of it maybe wasn't great to sell. Like, I sold 3 heavy PPCs, because they're 10 tons instead of 6, and the only benefit they have over the Clan ER PPC is the 3 ECM jamming instead of 1. But they're, you know, again, 4 tons heavier, and they have a minimum range, so I was like, yeah, no, I'll sell those, and I did that for a couple other things, so yeah, that's where we're at there. So we obviously cannot build this Marauder 2 until we have more money. The Zeus obviously is not ready to be dropped at all, But the behemoth and the king crab should be ready, I believe. I think they're both capable of dropping. Matar, cicada, Daka baby. So in 15 days, we'll have everything except for the Cyclops and Zeus done. But we have a financial report in 10 days. Okay. I have been recording for almost 2 hours. So, I mean, we currently have plenty of mechs to drop on a mission. So we can just drop on a mission or two, try to get the money to meet the financial report, and then in 15 days, once all that stuff's up, we can pick a side and start doing the things for the war. But yeah, I don't have time to drop on a mission. I spent, like I said, almost 2 hours in the mech lab today. So, yeah, that has been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good one.